How do you see monuments and memorials in the public sphere contributing to the public health emergency of racism and affecting the day-to-day lives of Indigenous people in your communities? What work are you doing to combat this or to draw attention to this?
Things are so covered up here, and it has an impact when we go out and we're trying to talk to non-Native people about things and trying to link our struggles together. And the reason is because so many people in this state actually think that we're extinct.
All the way down the walkway was nothing but monuments honoring these colonizers, and they're towering over you. Seeing the letters being kind of carved into the stone, it's like by having to endure that and then also to be erased simultaneously.
When we're looking at public spaces, what is the reverence that is evoked from that? When we are walking the pathways of our ancestors, where are those spots that evoke, my goodness, I need to leave an offering here?
And for us, what it is very important, it is to uncover what it is the history and the networks that actually make possible those monuments and those names to happen, that actually make possible to perpetuate the normalization of white supremacy.
Perhaps space needs to be made in our society to think of Indigenous art as well as having that same sort of weight and importance, both ideologically and materially.
Decolonization, what that means. And so basically what it is it's a concept and practice that Indigenous people and colonized people around the world are using to break free from these cycles of violence, discrimination, and despair that have come about through colonization over hundreds of years. As an artist, as a cultural worker, and a community organizer, I see that the United States it's in a state of cultural emergency. However, I feel like our society does not recognize that widely, or doesn't have a concerted way to deal with it at the level of culture. My experiences of being simultaneously inside of and outside of American culture and hailing from people who have been targeted for destruction by the dominant culture has given me a perspective to see those deep harms that American institutions and systems cause. And I don't believe that those harms should be accepted as inevitable. And I'm here today to urge the city to examine the existing arts collection and increase programming and opportunities for Native American artists and culture bearers within the arts and culture landscape of our city. Native American arts and culture is not merely decorative. It represents who we are as peoples. In some ways, I feel that Native people's arts and culture is a modern day battleground of perpetual colonization, where cultural appropriation, ethnic fraud, and the ever-expanding lack of access to the land that is the source of our cultures through economic, political, and social means, and increasingly through climate change, continues to threaten our ways of life.